Hello, welcome to my first ever vlog. I am in England, but first, let me tell you about how I got here. I got on a plane in Lexington, Kentucky, flew to Chicago, then flew to Ireland, Dublin specifically, and from Dublin I flew to East Midlands, England. Getting on the plane from Chicago to Ireland, I thought I need to get some sleep because it was 8 o'clock p.m. in Chicago, which is 2 o'clock where I'd be staying in England, and 2 o'clock a.m. So I thought I definitely need to get some sleep as soon as I get on the plane. Set my watch so I would be adjusted to the time in England. But I don't sleep very well on planes, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to sleep very well on planes, so I brought some kind of like sleeping medication. That didn't help at all. So then I got up, walked up and down the aisles of the plane looking for empty seats. Luckily, I found 3 empty seats, so I just took them over, laid down across the 3 seats, had a pillow, had a blanket, slept for 4 straight hours. When I woke up, we were good. We were about to land. We had about 30 minutes left in the flight. And this was all after I met a lady named Kristen, who's about 60. She's from Belfast, Ireland, and was in Canada visiting her daughter, who's working on her PhD in Canada. She was flying back to Dublin and was taking a bus to Belfast. And when we landed, we exchanged emails and we parted ways. When I got to the Ireland airport, it was covered in Christmas decorations, like covered. They had trees everywhere, they had ornaments all over the trees, they had 2 big Santa statues sitting like right past security. By the way, Christmas is my favorite holiday, so I was pumped. After my 5-hour layover in Dublin, flew from Dublin to East Midlands, landed there about 4 o'clock. My flight was supposed to get there about 4:25, so I was a little bit early. 4:25 East Midlands time, which would make it about 10:25 a.m. Central Standard Time. So, got my bag, went to the lobby. It's a very small airport. There's just one little lobby. And I was thinking, oh, I don't know what the family looks like that I'm going to be staying with. Do they have kids? Is it just 2 people? I don't know. And I was looking around the airport. There were people with signs, and I was like, okay, none of those say my name. Then there were 2 people with signs that I couldn't see. They had them in like covered with an envelope. I was like, oh, I bet that's them, because it was about getting close to 4:25, and I was like, I bet that's them. So I almost walked up to say, are you the Talbots? Because that's the name of the family I was going to be staying with. Right as I'm about to go up and talk to these people, I see 2 ladies walk in the airport, and they're kind of looking at me like they know me, and I'm thinking, I better not go ask them who they are. And I wait for the ladies to get closer to me, and they walk up and say, are you Bryce? And I said, yes, I am. You must be Miss Talbot. And she said, yes, I'm Miss Talbot. Miss Talbot's who I'm going to be staying with, Becky Talbot. Hey, do you want to be in my vlog?
No.
What else?
Go away.
I'm away.
You're not.
I am.
You're not. You're a liar.
I'm not a liar.
You're a liar.
Do you want to be in my
I
vlog?
can see you. Go away.
This is Becky. I live with her now.
Don't make me swear at you.
And Becky was accompanied by Sarah, who works at the school that I'm going to be at, the Long Eaton School, in appropriately named Long Eaton. So meet them and chat for a second. Then we go out to Becky's car. I put all my luggage in her car, and we part ways with Sarah. I was going to see Sarah the next day at school. After I thought I made a fairly good impression on Becky, we get to her car, put my luggage in the back, and I start to walk to the right side of the car, in the front right side of the car. And she looks at me funny, and I'm like, oh, I completely forgot that the driver's side is on the right side and the passenger side's on the left side, so I had to embarrassingly walk to the left side to get in. But anyway, after that, it was cool being on the left side of the road. I'd never been in a car where we drive on the left side of the road legally, so that was neat going home on the dual carriageway. It's the name for like a small highway, and then a bigger highway is a motorway. Got home with Becky, got to meet her husband Ollie. Ollie was really nice. Ollie, do you want to be in my video?
Oh, jeez, you scared me. It's really close. Look, food. Are you filming
It
now?
looks delicious, yeah.
Look how good these look.
They live in an eco home, which means that the house is very eco-friendly, but more specifically it means there's a green roof, so there's grass on the roof, solar panels, so solar panels obviously catch the sun's rays, convert it to electricity by magical powers. In addition to the solar panels and the green roof, their floor is what heats the house. The heat comes up from the floor instead of through vents like we're used to in the US in most buildings. Also, there's no air conditioning. There's no need for air conditioning because it doesn't get hot enough at any certain point in the year for there to need to be air conditioning. After I got to Becky and Ollie's house, I unpacked all my stuff and we went to a pub, which was really cool. And it was decorated for Christmas, just like the airport in Ireland. So I haven't been to really any of the shops or stores here because I know in the US we put out Christmas stuff way early. But I'm not used to seeing restaurants and stuff decorated way early for Christmas. So it was kind of cool. There was a Christmas tree up and all kinds of other Christmassy stuff around the pub. But I was surprised by just how small the pub was. And it was just, we were the only people there besides one other group of people who left about when we got there and ordered our food. I ordered what's called a toad in the hole. The toad in the hole is essentially sausage with gravy on top and all that on top of mashed potatoes. And it was delicious. It was so good. I wish we had something like that in the US. I mean, obviously we could make it, but it's not really served in most places in the US, and I think that's a shame. I suppose if you asked for a toad in the hole, it would sound weird in the US. You want a toad in the hole? What hole and why a toad? Yeah, I suppose it wouldn't work even if you asked for it. You say you want sausage on mashed potatoes? That doesn't sound nearly as cool. Anyway, that was my first day here, like my first half day here. I arrived, got acquainted with my host family, unpacked my stuff, we went to the pub, came home, went to sleep. Then I had my first day of actual school, secondary school, yesterday, where I got to observe a bunch of different classes and follow a student around all day according to his schedule and just see what the school system's like here. So I'll tell you all about that in the next video. See ya!